another episode of MTS Builds. So we are currently in the truck. Got up early this morning, hopped on the road. I got the trailer hooked up, and we are going to pick something up. So it's about a 2.5, almost 3-hour drive to where we're going. So we've been on the road for a little while. A little bit of a rough start. Forgot to make sure that the GoPro was charged. Thought the battery in there was good, and it wasn't. And then I forgot to grab the extra batteries, so I had to make a stop and get a charger to charge this battery up. So just one of those mornings, you know. Everyone has them, but you just persevere and push through it, and everything's good. So excited to be doing this. Excited to be going out and picking this up. You guys will see what it is here shortly, and it's going to look kind of familiar if you follow us on Instagram. With that being said, we are on Instagram at MTS Builds. Go check us out. There's pictures of previous work we did before we even started the YouTube stuff. I'm not super active on there, but I do post some stuff. So we are driving into Middle Georgia. I think it's right around Macon that we're going to pick this up. So once we get it all loaded, we'll check back in and show you what we're picking up. All right. Alright, so we are back home in the garage now. Long day. It's 3:30. I've been out of the house since 6:30. But we are back here. We were able to make a deal and picked up a 76 C15 GMC Sierra. Now, yeah, it's got some rust. It's got some flat tires on it. Needs a little bit of love, but we could work with it. We could definitely clean this up. See what we're gonna turn it into. First things first, I got to go through and clean out the inside. And I got to get some good tires. So I'm going to leave it on the trailer for right now. Need some rocker panels. Need some floor panels. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to leave it on the trailer, jack it up, pull these wheels and tires off, go and get some new tires put on, hopefully tomorrow morning, and be able to have it as a roller. But this is again, 76. It's got the 350 in it. It says 82,000. I don't know if that's been rolled or not, but it's actually got the temp gauge, the oil pressure gauge, and the volt gauge instead of the dummy lights. No AC. So not an AC truck, but the interior, as dirty as it is, it looks like everything's here. Seats torn up on the driver's side, but not terrible. You can see there's some hole in the floor pan there. We'll get in here and just kind of start cleaning this turd. Get all the stuff out of the bed. Bed's definitely a little racked up over there. Got some rot in it. Got another wheel here, so I'm only going to pop the rear two off. and take that one because 3 of them are flat. Put some on there, and then I'll probably hit it with the pressure washer today just because I'm curious how it cleans up. Battery died. It took a little hit in this front quarter panel, but it's got a 350 in it. Original jacks there. Battery pan's rusted and rotten out. There's some nests up in the cowl. Let's take a look. Find a place to put you guys. Oil is black. Now they said turns over, wasn't getting spark. So there's no water in the oil, nothing like that. Needs an oil change, but not bad. Let's pop over. Let's see if there's I don't see any coolant in there. Let's go there. Oh. Transmission fluid is still red. Does not look that. So we'll clean this up, get into it. It'll probably be at least a day before I get it off the trailer. Get some rollers on it. Then we'll start working on it. It's missing the gas cap. It's probably going to be tough to find color matched. Cab corner's pretty shot out and looks like someone tried doing something. This rocker's shot. That looks like it had some Bondo at some point. But for the price, even if I just had let it sit here and it was a parts truck, it was still worth it for the price. For what these things are going for nowadays, I picked this up for a song. So, all right, I'll get back with you once we're back on it. All right, I'm gonna pull a bunch of this stuff out of the cab. I got a bin for parts. I got a trash can over here. Hold on to as much as the stuff that we need. The old distributor. It's got an HEI distributor in it. It's definitely looking newer. Fast dry engine enamel. Fuses. Brand new lawnmower blades. plugs. Brand new set of brake shoes. Cigarette outlet extender. Never know. I don't know what that is. Snap-on 13/16 socket. Weight, dimensions. Take you in for a little bit better of luck. This vent window's not closing all the way, so it's been leaking for God knows how many years. This door panel's pretty jacked up. Probably gonna have to replace that. The bottom of the door, it's got a little bit more up there. Yeah, just really we got to get in here and start cleaning stuff up. The seat cover's gonna end up coming off. Both fucking vents. Now there's trim up there. Keys are in the ignition, which is a good thing. I like to have the keys. This driver's mirror is busted out. It's got the nice big tow mirrors on it, but let's see. Trying to get this seat. Well, there's some stuff back there, but not a ton. Some oil, a strap, We'll get the seat ripped out completely and so we can see what the floors look like. I don't know if y'all could see in there. There's stuff everywhere. Needs a good vacuuming so we can see what we're doing. 73, yeah, all routed out there. I did the same thing. If you guys look on the Instagram, on the MTS page, I had a 79, same exact color scheme. It was probably in a little bit better condition than this. I just had to do rocker panels and floor pans, but same thing. We'll get that all fixed up, do all new weather stripping, probably patch up these cab corners. But for now, I'd like to get it pressure washed. See what's really going on with this outside. See how much, yeah. See, there's some Bondo work on here that has already been done to try to hold this thing together. Yeah, this fender's all rotted out. Yep. Cab sport. It's got some. Looks like the tranny's leaking a little. Got her a quick pressure wash. I'll let it dry a little bit, probably spray some more on it, and then actually scrub it down. A lot of the stuff from just sitting for the years just came off. Looks like this was probably repainted. It was probably that off-white color over the brown, and just painted it white. It's probably when they did all the body work. I've noticed there's quite a few spots with some filler in it, but like that's gonna have to get fixed. Pretty sure there's some Bondo in here or mud. And we're gonna give it another bath, scrub it, and that's probably about it for today. Maybe we'll vacuum out the inside if we feel like grabbing the vacuum. Let's pull the rest of this out, get the inside clean. All right, let's get to it. All right, I was able to pick up 2 new tires today. So I'm gonna pop these on the rear, pull the trailer up, put some more air in that one because that one has a slow leak. It's pretty dry rotted, but they only had 2 used tires for me to put on the rim, so I gotta look for another one, but that'll hold air for a little while. And then we're gonna get this thing off the trailer. So. Hop over to the other side. Alright, let me pull this trailer up, get it in the driveway, and we'll unstrap the front and push her off. Alright, just popped a new battery in there. Going to see what she does with the new battery when I turn the key. Well, that's a good sign there. Turns over. When I got it, they were saying they were having issues with the distributor and getting spark down to the cables. So now that we got it in the garage, I guess I'm going to go through and check how everything is connected at the distributor. See where number one is. See if they got it marked on there. I think there's a mark there. Alright, I gotta change my angle and get something to stand on here, so. Alright, I just started pulling some plugs. This was number one. See if we can get her focused there. It's very oily, but it don't look terrible. So I'm going to keep popping these plugs out as I'm going. I'm labeling the wires of what I'm pulling them off on, just to make sure that it looks like the firing order is correct. I could see a tick mark down on the base of the distributor. I don't know if you guys can see that there. It looks like somebody marked it as number one, which then goes to the number one cylinder. So we will pull all these plugs, see what it looks like. May drop a borescope in and check out some of the cylinders and then figure out if we're getting spark. All right, got all the plugs pulled out. Number one didn't look too bad, but all the other ones, all the way through 8, are all black. Looks like number one was replaced at one point. All these other ones are AC Delco, and that number one was a Bosch. So these look like they've been sitting in there for a while. Most of them are a little wet with oil. So I think we got new plugs in the parts bin that we pulled out of there. So I'll see how many we got. I'm gonna stick a borescope, and we may do a compression test on, if we're gonna do it, we'll probably do it on all the cylinders. So let's take a look in the parts bin first, see how many spark plugs we got, see if we got to go out and get some, and then we'll go on to the compression test. All right, so I got the compression tester set up on number one. I got my oldest son in the driver's seat. He's gonna go ahead and start cranking it, and we're gonna see what we got for cylinder number one. Go ahead, buddy. All right, stop. All right, so we are sitting at 145 on number one. Good start. So I got that laid out right here. I'm gonna write all these down. $145. All right, so we're gonna bust this back to number 3. And then we're just gonna continue repeating the process. You've seen it done once, takes a little time. I'll jump back on with the camera once we are complete and we got all the numbers. All right, just finished the compression test. Our average worked out to be 132. We had 145 on cylinder 1, 115 on 3, 120 on 5, 150 on 7, 130 on 2, 110 on 4, which was our lowest, 145 on 6, and then 140 on number 8. So that averages out to 132. Now we'll start looking at the ignition and see where we start getting spark and where we stop getting spark, and then work it from there. All right, so we just went through and checked for spark, checked each one of the spark plug wires, and we're getting spark on all 8 cylinders. So looking in the box, I had 4 brand new spark plugs, AC Delco, same exact ones that I took out, R45 TS. Just did a quick rebuild on these with the wire wheel and some brake cleaner. Got these looking good, so we're gonna pop all these back in, and then get the wires all plugged back in, and then put some fuel to it and see what she does then.
Look like a little squirt. There you go.
Hit it.
The same amount you've been putting. There you go.
All right.
Let me know.
Hit it.
You got the camera?
Yeah, the camera's on.
And
All right, so it's the next day. I did order the new carburetor. It'll be here today. We're gonna see. I'm gonna put the battery on charge overnight just to make sure it's not dying. And with that carb sitting with new cleaner gas and the way it kind of started to bust off yesterday, we're gonna throw a little more gas in there and see what it's doing today. See if it wants to bust off anymore. So let's see. Seems like it kicked over a little bit. Let's try that. Oh yeah, there's a little bit. Running out of fuel. I really need another person here, I think. Would be a lot easier. Or if I had that switch. I just couldn't get it to work. I may have burned that remote switch out. Alright, well, before we burn out the battery completely, it'll run. It'll definitely run. I was sorry, I was hearing some noise. It may have just been water. Yeah, it's gonna run. I may mess around with it a little bit more with this carburetor, but I may just slap that new carburetor on there. And I think she's gonna bust right off. We'll see. I'd like to get it running on this one. Let me know what you guys think. I'm pretty sure this is the factory original carburetor from this truck. I'm sure it's better quality than the Amazon one that I ordered. Drop a comment, let me know what you think, if I should just rebuild this one or just get the Amazon one on there, see if it runs, and then go from there.